And I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming, 'cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
And we in that thing. Oh, peace and love to the guys and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet. What it is, what it do. Welcome back to the channel. How we living? How we living out there, man? Yeah, we're working hard. We working hard over here. Working hard over here. You know what I'm talking about? So we I guess we're gonna call this one Academates. I guess we're gonna call this one we exploring the building now. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't in the field no more. I guess we in the building, you know what I'm saying, going through they I guess we going through their files and going through some departments and going through some rooms and stuff like that. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Today we got the Serpent's Hand. So I hope everybody good, because I is. And you know what? This one ain't gonna take too much time, so without further ado, I hope you got what you need, because I do. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And I appreciate y'all rocking with you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Class, shall we? Academates, get her bussin'.
The Serpent's Hand.
Let's see what this hand about.
From human rights activists to civil rights activists to animal rights activists, our world is filled with people fighting and advocating for the rights of all sorts of things. It stands to reason, then, that in a world such as the SCP universe, filled with anomalies, there are going to be individuals fighting for the rights of the anomalous. These people are known as the Serpent's Hand. Ultimately, the Serpent's Hand would like to see all of the anomalies that they deem to be non-dangerous out free, with the public fully aware of their existence. And so this puts them at odds against groups like the Foundation and the GOC.
Hey.
Like many...
So far, so good. I ain't mad at the Serpent's Hand right now, you know what I mean? And just because it say Serpent Hand, I didn't already go left with my thoughts, you know. I'm just gonna take the information as it comes, because the serpent, prospectively, and it depends on your you know, your stories and you know what I'm talking about. Everybody is, you feel me? So I don't just straight go for the head dealing with the snakes. I mean, we have the Nagas, you know what I mean, Medusa, you feel me, which, you know what I'm saying, when you get deep into that story there is, oh man, you know what I mean? So yeah, not to mention the Kundalini energy, you know what I mean, the serpent, the black snake, you know what I mean, Egyptian, in Egypt, with Egyptians, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, raising that Kundalini energy, you know what I'm saying, that's why they always had the serpent, the medical field, you got your snakes, you know what I'm saying, your witch doctors, whatnot, you know what I'm talking about, snake doctors and all that other stuff like that, you feel me? So I don't just go straight left, you know what I'm saying, religiously, you feel me? So yeah.
Many things in the SCP universe, the operations of the Serpent's Hand are fairly mysterious. But let's look at some of their beliefs and the work they've done.
I rock with that, though. Let us know.
One of the few things we can say for certain about the Serpent's Hand, aside from their goal, is that they possess access to an extra-dimensional space known as the Wanderer's Library. The Wanderer's Library is basically a massive repository of books, including practically every Wanderer's Library. The Wanderer's Library and the GOC. Like many things in the SCP universe, the operations of the Serpent's Hand are fairly mysterious. But let's look at some of their beliefs and the work they've done. One of the few things we can say for certain about the Serpent's Hand, aside from their goal, is that they possess access to an extra-dimensional space known as the Wanderer's Library. The Wanderer's Library is basically a massive repository of books, including practically every book that was ever written, books that haven't been written yet, and books that will never be written, if you can wrap your head around that. The Serpent's Hand do not own or run the library, they merely utilize it, and in fact, it's said that they only rediscovered the library in...
Of course they don't own it. That's the Akashic Records. No, you don't own that. Now, they probably twisted that a little bit on delivering what that is and what's real. Yeah, that's the Akashic Records, man. All day. Yeah. That's why we had to do the run back. We had to do the run back. Sorry, I caught that. Like, what?
The library is staffed by individuals that apparently broke the rules of the library.
Of course.
Such as not damaging books, not stealing books, and not harming anyone within the library. The archivists are connected to the desks in the main hall, and they instinctively know how to find every book within the library. They also handle the distribution of library cards, checking books out, and keeping track of who has borrowed which book. They possess no eyes and no legs, as they are directly connected to their chairs. Pages are the entities responsible for reshelving books in the library, possessing 6 to 10 arms, bowed legs, and squat bodies, making them excellent climbers. They spend most of their time climbing across the vast arrays of shelves located within the library. The docents act as library...
Hey, that's like that thing from Men in Black that was in the, I forget which number. I guess when Jay went to get Kay at the post office. That thing that was in the copier or printer or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that was in there reading with all the arms, tossing them things out.
The guides, taking visitors to find books, as well as acting as library security against both hostile intruders and rule violators. They have no mouths, and their left hand is replaced with a chain connected to an ever-burning lantern. The library is apparently entered through the use of multi-dimensional portals called ways, although their nature and number is pretty much unknown. Many entities utilize the library for various purposes, and the Serpent's Hand use it as a base of operations and general meeting place. Unlike many other groups within the SCP universe, the Serpent's Hand don't have a strict hierarchy or organization process. They function as more of a loose political movement than a proper organization, and so the group seems to be divided into a number of different smaller factions with differing ideologies and methods.
Of course.
All it takes to be a part of the Serpent's Hand is to simply consider yourself one of the Serpent's Hand. There's likely no central leader to the entire group, merely leaders of different cells and factions. An individual known as M is one of them, as well as another that goes by the initials LS. LS's identity is up for debate, but a leading theory is that she is actually the Black Queen, a title for the daughter of Dr. Gears, a noted Foundation researcher. The Black Queen is known to have access to the Wanderer's Library and to hold a grudge against her father in the SCP Foundation. Additionally, it's believed that there are thousands of Black Queens across thousands of universes, and a number of them use the library as a meeting place, referring to each other as Little Sisters, or LS. An SCP connected to LS is SCP-268, a newsboy cap that causes a wearer to become unnoticeable by anyone around them. The wearer is generally completely ignored, and observers will be unable to recall any specific details about the wearer.
They got that in red?
If the wearer speaks or interacts physically with an observer, they will be noticed, but soon forgotten again. The effects seem to build upon a wearer, and if they wear it long enough, the effects strengthen and even linger after removing the hat. 268 was used in field operations by some Foundation agents, but after a while, everyone at the Foundation forgot the agent existed.
Dang.
That being said, it's certainly a useful anomaly for someone trying to go into places they don't belong. Unfortunately, the Foundation no longer possesses the SCP, as one day they discovered it missing, a note in its place reading, "Thanks, I needed my hat back. LS." There was also a label on the hat reading, "The garden is the Serpent's place," connecting it to the Serpent's hand.
Well, dang.
The Serpent's Hand don't exactly get along with most of the other paranormal groups acting in the SCP universe.
I'm sure.
They clash the most with the Global Occult Coalition,
Why is that?
which they refer to as the Book Burners, due to the GOC's general policy of destroying the anomalous.
Hey, the book burners now.
The GOC have apparently launched at least...
Now, listen. Boy, that right there, it's a long history. A long history of book burning been taking place on this here planet. You feel me? So I could definitely believe that. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? The Serpent's Hand won't come on out and, put everybody on game like a such book. And they want to keep people docile like such companies.
At least one raid on the Wanderer's library, destroying part of it.
Definitely bump heads.
And the GOC considers every Serpent's Hand member to be a high-level threat. The Serpent's Hand get along a little better with the SCP Foundation, which they refer to as the Jailers, although that's not saying much. The Serpent's Hand are fundamental...
I got your phone now. Don't even worry about it. What he's saying is, at the SCP Foundation, they gonna lock that ass up so they can do research and study and experiments and stuff like that. GOC trying to trying to lay stuff down, and y'all just trying to let the folk know so we can deal with it or coincide with it. You cool, whoever this guy is? What about y'all?
Against the Foundation's policy of secrecy, and definitely object to their treatment and containment of harmless anomalies. But they do acknowledge that not every anomaly should be free. They get along fairly well with Marshall, Carter, and Dark, the merchants, due to their willingness to obtain anomalies from both the Foundation and the GOC for the right price. That being said, they are still wary of them, as MC&D rarely make fair bargains. The Serpent's Hand are more fascinated by the Church of the Broken God than anything else, but they are against the Chaos Insurgency, who they call the Madmen, due to the damage they've done to the library and their general hostility. The Serpent's Hand generally believes that humanity is better off with full knowledge of the anomalous, so that they can better protect themselves from danger. It's not their stance that every anomaly should be left free and out in the open, so their beliefs are a bit more nuanced than, say, the GOC. In fact, there are cases where the Serpent's Hand have actually destroyed dangerous anomalies. SCP-407 was a song in an unidentified language sung by what seemed to be humans. Listeners of the song described it as soothing and beautiful, but while playing, 407 caused rapid cell generation in any life forms nearby. During the first minute, this only causes the subject to become much healthier, curing scarring, wounds, chronic diseases, brain and spinal cord injuries, and more. During the second and third minutes, subjects began experiencing unnecessary unrestrained cell growth, as tumors and fat deposits begin covering their body.
Oh, hell no.
During the fourth minute, increased bacterial...
Buddy going in like Akira did, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all seen that? Anybody seen the anime Akira? I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't, it's cool. Yeah, it's a throwback, but it's still a classic. And yeah, what y'all think?
And fungal growth occurs, creating respiratory and digestive problems. Past 5 minutes, trace elements of plants or fungus, as well as any animal life present, begin to grow and replicate uncontrollably, often shaping into new organisms. Essentially, listening to the song causes life forms to erupt into plants and fungi, as well as new insect and animal life forms.
Oh, keep that frequency
Eventually,
away from
everything
me.
breaks down into a type of mold. The individual known as LS broke into Site-19 one day while wearing SCP-268, simply by walking in. LS seemingly broke in to utilize SCP-914 for an unknown purpose, but also managed to delete SCP-407 completely from the Foundation system. LS also left a note near SCP-914, and so I'll read it in its entirety to give some insight to the Serpent's hand.
There you go.
Dear Sirs of the Foundation, behind guns and protocol you hide, desperately chaining the ineffable, yourselves stuck within your own self-wrought pitiful cages of fear and ignorance. You think yourselves the shepherd guarding the flocks of the unwise over the night, but you are so shaken by doubt and fear that in your bewildered arrogance you would vainly seek to chain the sun itself unto the heavens to hold back the daily night. The delivering angels themselves you contain with 3 digits and 4 walls. Do you not see the blindness with which you walk and swing your blade? On the final day would you have us contain Black Surtur himself with measures and science, and condemn ourselves to rotten stagnancy as you hold back his pure cleansing fires? I do not ask you not to act, but act with enlightenment and heart. Neither should one be seduced by the dark, nor blinded by the light, but walk firmly in the twilight, and gaze unto all realms. Walk the world of fire with bare feet, and you will find yourself without the scars you never knew you had. I leave you with one final truth. The garden is the Serpent's place. The divinities of fear and order who come to walk in the cool evening air are only visitors. Do not fail to see the evil hiding in the light, nor the aromatic beauty of the palest flower of darkness. Signed sincerely, L.S. P.S. You'll thank me for deleting what you call 407. Due to the fragmented nature of the Serpent's Hand, it can be difficult to definitively state the group's purpose and methods. Some factions of the Serpent's Hand are willing to work with the Foundation sometimes, while other groups are radical enough to cause end-of-the-world scenarios. Some of them are willing to destroy dangerous anomalies, while many others in the group are anomalies themselves. In general, though, the spread of knowledge of the paranormal is either their most important goal, or at least secrecy is of no concern of theirs, fully willing to expose the paranormal to the public. Some care more about the unfortunate treatment of harmless, sapient anomalies, and risk their lives in attempts to free them. Perhaps the world at large would indeed be better off knowing about the anomalous. Or perhaps the world would plunge into chaos. Either way, the members of the Serpent's Hand are determined to spread the word.
So, if you're afraid of monsters, you are the monsters you're afraid of. Let go of your fear. Join us in the light. And if you will not, if you keep imprisoning and killing innocents, if you keep forcing the world to stay in the dark, then you will meet the fate of all the slavers and murderers in the world's history before you. We will free those you keep imprisoned. We will rescue those you try to kill. The garden is the Serpent's place. We are the Serpent's Hand. And Academates, I think I'm rocking with them. But I ain't gonna call myself all that. But then again, it may be some esoteric, metaphysical types meanings behind all this. I'm gonna do a little bit research, dabble in, and get me some dibs on that. You feel me? I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I hope you like the video though, cause you know what I'm saying, I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause yeah, yeah, I'm rocking with that. I mean, listen, because it's this alone is deeper. What? I could break this down in so many different ways, in different meanings. Like y'all, I mean, so yeah, do your due diligence on this. You know what I'm talking about? Because this, you know, I mean, but let's just allegedly, you know what I'm saying? If it was Thou Wow, then yeah. So let's just, if we was taking it for the Thou Wow, then yeah. You got to be careful about this light. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful about the dark a little bit too. You feel me? We got such demons on that still vibrate on a frequency of, you know what I'm saying, of light. So they could easily come across to certain people, some people as angels, you know what I'm saying, as angelic, because they carry such a light. You feel me? But it's light and dark, as you see, you know what I'm saying. Let go of your fear and join us in the light. But if you keep forcing people to stay in the dark, you know what I'm saying, it's like the light, I don't know. I gotta check on this meaning. Join us in the, I gotta check on that, the meaning of that light, because you don't want to step in anybody's light either. You know what I'm saying? Every light ain't a good light. And this darkness is just awareness. It's just, you know what I'm saying, opening up your eyes so you can see, and just let people know what some folks have seen out here. Aside from all of this, let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, the paranormal and da-da-da-da. But this is the area. Not to mention that, I mean, they said anomalies are a part of this. So I already know this, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say like Galactic Federation, but that's almost like what I ain't going to say that, them in particular. Like, I ain't going to say that. But along those lines, you know what I'm saying? Because when you got different type of species, that's why I salute all, you feel me, on the planet, coming together to battle, then you already know what they on. Just let everybody know. This ain't nothing but briefing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, this is like briefing. Like, just put people on game. All the SCPs may not be real. Some may be real. Whatever, it does not matter. It really don't matter. The fact of the matter is this: we know there's stuff out here. I guess at this point, that's all that matters. That we know there's stuff out here. So, and I guess it's safe to say that some of the stuff that gets the whistle blown on it when it comes down to footage and stuff like that we don't, you already know we didn't do that. It could be coming from them or people like them. I mean, you know, you got Anonymous out here, you know what I'm saying, the V for Vendetta guy, face mask, you know what I'm saying, talking about, you know how they get on. They stay tearing some shit up. I fuck with them too. But yeah, so I don't know, guys. You know what I mean? That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense. And if it were to be like a hundo, I know exactly who they talking to. So, but anyways, y'all keep your head on the swivel, man. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your head on the swivel. Remember to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected at all times. You know, at all times. You know, like I said in a previous video, if you see something and you catch it and you put it out there, know somebody coming. So I would do that at your own discretion. I do not condone anything. You know what I mean? Do your own research when it comes to this stuff right here. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not forcing nobody to believe anything that you see on my channel. Do your own research. You have your own perception, perspective, receptors, all that good stuff. You have a cerebellum and a frontal lobe, just like I do. You know what I'm talking about? Well, most of us, or some of us, or because, well, you know what I mean. But anyways, yeah, man, don't let the world drive you crazy. You know, if you stay on a decent vibration, and you'll be alright. You stay on a decent vibration, you'll be alright. We'll be alright. Yeah, we finna go to another department and see what else we got, because he left one of the subscribers, he left a long list too. Yeah, I'm still yeah, we gonna get to it though, you feel me? We gonna get to it. I haven't seen some of the things I was, you know what I'm saying, like, so I'm have to really get in there and do and bow to really pull it up. But yeah. So, Academates, peace.